On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And they'll run it This is James Robinson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Murray. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Throwing to start the drive. Jeffers, he'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jeffers. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. To throw on 2nd down. Jeffers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jeffers, he's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to come up well short. From at about the 16. On 4th down, Jeffers. Quick slant here to Smith. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle.
Extra point, Jake Elliott. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 14 carries, 51 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, a pass complete to Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Murray now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Texans are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. Back to throw. Jeffers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Jeffers. Looking right sideline, that's complete. He's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Jeffers. Smith catches left side. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just get the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Jeffers. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office will get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray, he's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Shotgun now for Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here are the Texans to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jeffers, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jeffers. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. K.J. Osborne, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming, hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Smith. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. First down, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Murray. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On third down, Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And this one complete to Smith. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jeffers. He's got it to Collins, complete. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray to run again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
And defensively, you're going to have some guys with hands on hips looking to the heavens right now. You've got a fairly clean shot at the quarterback here, but he's able to worm his way out of that initial contact. And not only that, he's able to hot-foot it downfield for good yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And now out comes Houston. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On first down, Jeffers looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. Looking to throw on second down. Jeffers. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Jeffers. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Elijah Mitchell from 8 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's hop over to New England. check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. And meanwhile, for the Texans, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jeffers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Osborne. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing to start the drive. Jeffers. And his throw is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jeffers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jeffers, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself.
To react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here's Murray from midfield. This will be caught by Brown.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, that would mean the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. To throw on 2nd down. Jeffers
over the middle. He gets it to Collins.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jeffers. That's another one, complete to Mitchell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. 5 plays there on that drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Murray now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the handoff. Now Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Arizona. On the return is Ward. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a... This is 3rd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. To throw on 3rd down, Jeffers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Murray.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And there was one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jeffers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and a loose football, and the Texans scoop it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. To throw on 2nd down, Jeffers.
On a slant, here's Collins. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And they're going to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Looking to throw. Jeffers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jeffers. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, throw left side, complete. That's Osborne. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now he's flushed out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number 1.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from the big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.